Saguaro Boys.
Why did I move here? I guess it was the weather. Or I don't know, that thing, that magic.
So we're a little bit slow on the uptake with this one, but we're finally going to touch on GTA 5.
I mean, there's still not a whole lot out of. I mean, there's more out about it now, but there's still not.
It's been trickling out. There's enough screenshots, and there's a major Game Informer article and concept art and some teaser videos to where we can give this some pretty good coverage. But so Grand Theft Auto 5 comes out. It's not known when yet, but Q2 of 2013. This one goes back to the setting of San Andreas, which people had kind of been speculating for a while. So it's going to be in Los Santos. And
it's only going to be Los Santos. There's not going to be the San Fierro.
I don't think so. No, but there is going to be like a wilderness part.
Yeah, there's
like
the wilderness,
San Andreas,
which was part of Los Santos, but yeah, it's not going to be like the three island, the San Fierro and the Las Venturas. It's only going to be Los Santos.
So as these teaser videos had been trickling out on the Rockstar website, people have been speculating that different characters in the trailers were the protagonists. With the Game Informer story that came out, the bomb was dropped. There's actually 3 protagonists.
Well, the trailer kind of, I think the second trailer that Rockstar released also kind of said, hey, these are the 3 main guys. But you didn't know that you could play as all 3 of them until... So
this is kind of a big deal because this has not really been done before, and that's a major change for the series. But I think, assuming that Rockstar, because they've been doing this for a while now, does it right, this could be really amazing.
Yeah, because they said the first playthrough that they had, you could jump from the guy piloting the helicopter to the guy that's sniping to the guy that's actually in the building.
So, I mean, the Game Informer article talks about how the Grand Theft Auto series kind of follow what's popular at the time as far as storytelling style, and this definitely, for me, seems that way because ensemble cast shows are huge right now, and they have been for the past 5 or 10 years, but I mean, they're really big now. Any major TV show, Game of Thrones or whatever, you're never following just one character. You're following all of these intertwined plots.
So many storylines.
So this is, as far as I know, at least, the first game to do this. Don't hold me to that. But the first major game to do this. We don't want
to shoot ourselves in the foot.
So there's 3 characters. There's Michael, who's an old retired bank robber.
I would say even though there's 3 protagonists, he's like the main character.
He seems like the main focus because the others are kind of dependent on him. He's a retired bank robber who's in witness protection.
Yeah, but he lives pretty good. Like
he seems pretty loaded, and he's got a shitty wife and shitty kids that he doesn't really seem to like.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I got a vibe, at least. This wasn't explicitly stated, but I got a vibe that he kind of pines for his old bank robbing days or something.
I think he's kind of forced back into it, but I don't know why he's forced back into it.
So the second character is Trevor. And Trevor is an ex-military pilot, and he used to be like an accomplice to Michael. I don't know if he was also in witness protection or if he just got away with it.
I don't know if he's in witness protection. Maybe he is because he just lives in a trailer park and
he's a trashy dude. He's a drug addict.
Yeah. And he's crazy. He's fucking nuts.
And then there's Franklin, who works for a car dealer, and he does repo jobs. And somehow the 3 of these kind of end up working together on heists and stuff like that.
And Franklin is like the son Michael always wanted, because Michael has a son, but he's an idiot, and so Franklin kind of fills that role.
Based on the trailer that I saw, it looks like the son does get involved, but is totally inept, which I'm sure will be funny.
Oh yeah.
So as I said, it takes place in Los Santos. It seems like, even though it's that by name and it's going to be the same general setting, they're kind of revamping it from the ground up. So don't expect to be like, you go into San Andreas and you know where all the buildings are. Like, they're completely gutting it and starting from scratch.
I think they are going to try and make it like bigger, like Los Angeles really is. Like,
I didn't read this in the Game Informer article, unless I wasn't reading it clearly enough, but I've heard that the game world is supposed to be enormous, like bigger than GTA 4 and Red Dead Redemption combined. Really large, which I
thought that I had heard somewhere that it's GTA 4, Red Dead Redemption, plus the other Grand Theft Autos. It's bigger than
I heard
all
something
of
like that. I have never been able to back that up, but that's what I've heard from a few different people.
But just seeing the footage so far, it looks huge.
There's apparently going to be a lot more building interiors to go into. It's not going to be like GTA 4 where there's like 5 buildings in the whole game you can go into.
You still can't buy, or I heard that you cannot buy property in this one though. That's going to be one of the things is you can't buy property. Unlike
San Andreas, there's not going to be like the weight gain, weight loss thing and stuff like that, but there is going to be clothing customization.
There's not like tattoo customization, is there though?
I don't know on that. They just said clothing customization.
I did hear that there's not as much customization, but there's.
I hope there's more than GTA 4 because 4 was so sparse to the point where it was almost pointless.
Clothing and there's
like 3 suits you could wear, and it was just.
I want vehicle customization to come back.
That's what I miss. San Andreas had vehicle customization. I haven't heard about this one.
Maybe not to the point that San Andreas was, where it was goofy like.
But I mean, Saints Row has insane vehicle customization, and I mean. It's awesome.
My favorite thing about the Grand Theft Auto series is the freedom, because the storylines are fun to play through and everything, but what keeps me coming back is the freedom to do what I want.
You want to be able to fuck around.
Yeah, I want to be able to customize a car and then go run people over with it and not feel bad about myself.
So as far as building on the previous games and improving things, they said that the car physics are improved to where they hold... they hug the ground a little better, and it's got a better feel. They said that it doesn't feel as much like boats like they do in GTA 4, which was a big problem for me.
You slip and slide everywhere.
They improved the shooting mechanics. I don't know what improved means.
Yeah, they didn't really give
I don't know if that's aiming or... I don't know. The melee combat, which was not my favorite part of GTA 4...
It was a little more realistic to me, like
the kind of cumbersome,
the Krav Maga style. But yeah, it felt clunky and like he was slow. And
in Rockstar's words, this one it's going to have fun and strong melee, more kind of vague.
Which, if the melee is better, then I would not always prefer to go in guns blazing. Like I'd prefer to fight people. I mean,
it's fun. It's a little more tactile sometimes to like be able to like boom boom like punching somebody.
Punch somebody out
when you can like just plow over them with a car. Yeah. Sometimes it's fun to do hand to hand combat. And heists are going to be a major gameplay element, obviously because the characters are bank robbers. Yeah. That's inevitable.
And that's what they have to do.
And also, there's going to be character switching. Even though there's 3 characters, it's not like you play as Michael and the other 2 tag along. I mean, that happens, but you can switch. Yeah. And apparently there's a menu, like a character switch menu, where you can on the fly switch between them at any time. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of implications for that in like mission structure and being able to do a mission from 3 different points of view at the same time. You know, one person's sniping, one's driving a car, and whatever.
It's literally that's like big. 3 games in one. That's pretty much, because it's the same mission, but you get to choose what you're doing in it, because you can switch to either what you like to do, or if you go, oh, well, I'm bored doing this, I can switch to doing.
And I'm assuming that if you switch to the other characters, the ones you're not playing as, the AI kicks in, and it's not like they're just standing there being shot at.
They couldn't just stand there. So they have to be more intelligent.
I'm going to trust that they structured it well, and granted that they did structure it well, this could be like a majorly amazing gameplay feature. I mean, groundbreaking kind of stuff.
Yeah, because some of my biggest letdowns with Grand Theft Auto 4 were customization, like we talked about. The world wasn't open because you're in New York, so you're pretty limited where you can go. There's not any wilderness to go off into, because sometimes it's fun just to take a car out into the wilderness and like see what you can climb.
I love that in San Andreas, going into the like forest area and driving up the mountains and stuff. So
and
fun.
Then planes are coming back, which is pretty awesome.
A lot of stuff's coming back.
Trying to do stunt flying, so not just helicopters. You have planes.
I'm pretty sure bikes are back. Planes are back. I mean, there were planes in 4, weren't there? But they're just...
There weren't planes in 4. There were helicopters. There weren't planes. There were planes that were flying around, but they were just computer, like they were AI planes that just flew around in circles.
Planes are back.
Fly any.
I think bicycles are back. They added dogs.
Yeah, dogs, which is
if you can like
use it as a weapon.
Yeah,
like if you can send your dog in to attack,
that would be cool. I don't know if it's just there's NPC dogs or you can actually get one, but if you can't, I'm sure they'll make some sort of add-on where you can, because that's begging to be done. And there's like hang gliders. There's
parachuting. Like in 4 there was parachuting, but the world, since it's so much more open, like the parachuting, he was like in a canyon almost, like just parachuting down. Like you can explore. Cool. I mean,
yeah, that's why I liked the the last Saints Row game better than GTA 4 because it had more stupid shit you can do that keeps you entertained beyond the plot. Yeah. And even though Saints Row had a far inferior plot to GTA 4, I had more fun with it just because there's more stuff to do.
Saints Row doesn't take themselves too seriously, though.
Which is what GTA's always been doing, and I'm hoping now they kind of realize that they should go more in that direction. There's, in addition to just like the plot missions with the heists and stuff, there's going to be dynamic missions where like you're driving down the road and a little icon pops up on the map that's like, there's a robbery going on or, whatever, and you can opt to do it as like a side mission, or you can just say,
so
fuck
it's kind
it and
of
go past.
like Grand Theft Auto 4, they had those missions where you'd be driving around there, and like the little person would pop up.
Like that.
And you could go help them.
And there's going to be a bunch of diversions, which they've always added more and more of these every game. Yeah. GTA 4 had a lot. They claim that this one, they're toning down the whole cell phone thing. Like, oh, hey, cousin, do you want to go see American titties? And
that was always annoying because then you go, oh, no, I'm busy. Because whatever you're doing.
Yeah, you're like in the middle of the last mission of the game. It's like, hey, cousin, do you want to go bowling? So that is going to be toned down, but they are going to have a lot of options for diversions.
And I also saw that there's no more like dating, which it's going to be nice.
Romance is gone, thank God.
How horrible was that? I mean, the first time it was like, oh, okay, you take this girl out as part of the game, but then she keeps calling you and you have to have a relationship with her.
So they nixed the romance, but some of the confirmed diversions, which there's going to be unique ones to each character, like certain characters can't do certain diversions, but there's going to be yoga, which I don't know how that works. I guess that's like a timing button thing, probably.
Yeah, I don't know how much I'll be doing yoga in the game.
Triathlons, jet skiing, tennis, and golf with a full golf
game
course.
of golf, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That sounds all right.
And then there's multiplayer is confirmed, but there's absolutely zero details about what's going to happen.
Or if it's just like GTA 4 where you can just go online in the map.
I would like if it was kind of a San Andreas one where it's like you both play on the same screen, and doesn't it like zoom out if you go away from each other or something?
I forgot
it's a little
about
restrictive,
that.
but that was pretty fun. I liked that a lot.
Yeah, because you could roll around together.
There's not enough local co-op games nowadays,
No.
so anything that has that, I mean, that's why I like games like Borderlands.
That was one of my big complaints about Dead Island is throughout all the cutscenes, there's 4 fucking players there. But when you're playing it by yourself and you're getting your ass kicked by these zombies, you're the only one there. And either you rely on jackasses on the internet who you don't know, and they're coming into your game randomly, or you just do it by yourself.
So I guess technically GTA 5 is going to be multiplayer, but you're playing all 3 of the characters yourself.
Which I guess, no, but they're still there in computer form, so they're still participating in the mission.
All in all, this is going to be like the 2013 game to be looking at.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's going to be huge.
They always have been talking about the new Grand Theft Auto for a while, but then when you actually see solid evidence of what it's going to be, it gets your blood pumping.
I mean, ever since GTA 3, when I was a lot younger.
Man, I know. I was trying to think the other day. I remember the Christmas before I got that game, and I was explaining it to somebody, and they're like, your parents are going to buy that game for you? And I was like, hell yeah, they are.
It's just like, it's one of those little things where as you get older, like your birthdays and Christmas and stuff, you're not as excited about them, and they come and go, and you're like, whatever. But it's still like every time the new details on a new GTA comes out, that little kid inside of me gets all excited. Like, I'm like, oh yes, it's coming, it's coming. And I don't know, I'm excited. Even though I wasn't super excited about the end result of GTA 4, it was still a solid game.
It's still a good game.
And it looks like this one's fixing the things that I disliked about 4, so I'm extremely excited.
I wonder if they're going to do DLC for Grand Theft Auto 5. I would think that they'd have to.
They will.
And that's awesome because that was so much better for Grand Theft Auto 4. It was $10. But you were getting almost a whole nother game. Like, it was a full-on whole nother game. Not as much playtime, but whole new story, whole new characters, whole new vehicles, all that stuff.
Rockstar's pretty generous about that stuff, so I expect it'll be pretty cool.
So I ended up getting 3 games between Grand Theft Auto 4 and then the 2 downloadable contents.
Here's my prediction. Hopefully this comes true, so I can sound like some sort of Nostradamus.
Everyone's face.
There is going to be an add-on for GTA 5 where there is a female protagonist.
You think
They've
so?
They've never done a female protagonist.
You're right.
And there's 3 characters in this one, and none of them are female.
You're right.
It's begging for a female protagonist. That's my prediction.
Yeah, that's actually a good prediction because I was thinking all through the trailers and everything. His wife and daughter are female characters, but I don't even know how many real big female characters there are in the game.
They're always scattered throughout the games, but
Grand Theft Auto 3 had quite a few female main characters. That is interesting.
So we shall see. I'm quite excited for Grand Theft Auto 5.